it to the people on the stage here. It's from our New World Translation, page 30, paragraphs 1 and 2, with the theme, How Can the Bible Help Husbands and Fathers? And their setting is they're taking a break in the ministry.
Well, it's been a good morning, and that lady really liked you at the door-to-door this morning, commended you on being so young out in ministry, Liam, and I want to commend you on your behavior.
Mom and Dad have told me it's really important for me to behave when we're out in the ministry talking about Jehovah.
Well, that's right, and you know, you're just like Timothy. Timothy, as a young boy, learned to love Jehovah. He learned from his grandmother and his mother. You're learning from your mom and dad. Do you remember who the grandmother and the mother's names were?
Eunice and Lois.
Very good. You know, your dad and your mom are instructing you from the Bible, and they're doing a fine job. You're to be commended, James.
Well, we've always tried to teach Liam from the scriptures in a way that he can understand. And I think of Colossians 3:20 about that subject.
Well, do you really understand what Colossians 3:20 says?
I can read it.
You can read it. Well, hang on, let me get to it. Okay, Liam.
You children, be obedient to your parents in everything, for this is well-pleasing to the Lord.
Very good, Liam, and you're really a good reader, too. I can see that.
Yeah, and we always try to remember also Ephesians 6:4, which says not to irritate our children.
Well, you know, James, that word irritate has more than one way to be looked at. Irritating, you can be poking fun at your child or annoying them. Or not irritating them means not being wishy-washy, keeping good guidelines and parameters for your children, making the same decisions all the time, being consistent. When you request different things and your principles are involved, you don't change them from one decision to the next. But do you remember what the rest of that scripture said?
I think so, but why don't we just read it?
Okay, well,
That was
let's go
Ephesians
there.
6:4, right?
Ephesians 6:4, right.
And that says, and fathers, do not be irritating your children, but go on bringing them up in the discipline and admonition of Jehovah.
Right. Well, you remember what it used to say?
Yeah, it used to say mental regulating. I do remember that. You know, Stephanie's very good about and supportive in our discipline. I think we balance each other out very well.
Well, you know, Ephesians 5:33 is probably what she appreciates, the respect that she has for you, and she's following that.
I have to commend her. She really does try to show deep respect.
Well, you know, James, we don't want to sell you short. You're probably earning it. So Ephesians 5:28 and 29 might be something that you're obviously applying, whether you know it or not. Let's take a look at that.
Okay, that was Ephesians 5:28 and 29.
Right.
You want me to read that?
Please.
And it says, in the same manner, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. A man who loves his own body, a man who loves his wife loves himself. For no man ever hated his own body, but he feeds and cherishes it, just as the Christ does the congregation. Well, you know, I'm not perfect in that, but I definitely try.
Well, you know, James, it's obvious that you're trying, and we can see that. And I think Stephanie sees it too. So anyway, we're having a great day. What do you say we knock on a few more doors?
That sounds wonderful.
One more thought, James. Sidebar might not be what I'm looking for, but you might want to share this conversation with Stephanie and let her know that the brothers see what you and her are doing and the fine job and the result in Liam.
Thanks, I appreciate that, Uber. I sure will share that.
Can I take the first door?
Can you get the first door? You bet.